Level up with Dr. Leyland. Step into the future, the world is waiting now. Dreams are in the making, we'll show you how. From the books to the screen, from the stage to the stars. Level up your game, let's raise the bar. Innovation, inspiration, it's in our DNA. Breaking through the limits, we're paving the way. Level up, reach the sky, take the lead, don't be shy. Your story's worth it, your light will shine. At Level Up Academy, it's your time. Oh, it's your time. At Level Up Academy, we rise and climb. Empowered in your passion, your voice will be heard. Building a legacy with every word. From podcasts to pages, from business to art. Level Up's the place where it all can start. With heart and with vision, we're chasing every goal. Together we'll ignite the fire in your soul. Level up, reach the sky, take the lead, don't be shy. Your story's worth it, your light will shine. At Level Up Academy, it's your time. Oh, it's your time. At Level Up Academy, we rise and climb. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, we're trailblazing, breaking through the mold. Dreams are alive, let your story unfold. With courage and pride, we'll take the fight. At Level Up, we own the night. Level up, reach the sky, take the lead, don't be shy. Your story's worth it, your light will shine. At Level Up Academy, it's your time. Oh, it's your time. At Level Up Academy, we rise and climb. So let's level up and never look back. On the road to greatness, we're on the right track. Together we'll soar, together we'll thrive. At Level Up Academy, we're alive.
Hello, everybody! How are you guys doing? I hope everyone is doing fantastic. Welcome to our TV show. Susanna and I will have Sunday show. We are at Amazon Fire, Apple iOS, both mobile, and of course Apple TV, Roku channel, Facebook, and LinkedIn with YouTube. So, how are you all doing? Dalwar, welcome, sister. She says, good morning. Okay, so Sana's rubbing off because it is at night, but it is morning somewhere else. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to anybody else who is watching. Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you. And tonight I want to go over our conversation, but before we do that, I'm going to go through my sponsors. So this book right here, Mike to Millions. Number 2 is coming up. I think I wrote this like around September, so it's gonna probably be released around that time as well, maybe sooner, depending on our projects, because we have projects all the time. And then of course, right, of course, influencing you. This Friday, April 18th, I will be in Influencing You again. Last time I actually went over how a $5 budget can help you amplify your message on LinkedIn or TikTok or on Instagram, right? Or Meta, if you will. So I pretty much go on low budget, making sure that the impact is high, even if you don't spend thousands or hundreds of dollars. So I am in the Influencing You platform. I welcome you to join us, of course, at any time. And then its sister company, Bella Grace. They have actually, I'm going to try one thing about like summer is here. You want to be, losing some extra pounds here and there. And most of us really have water weights, and you can lose 5 to 10 pounds literally in a week. Because those are water weights, right? So it's going to be fast, and you're going to lose it right away. So they have something that I want, so I'm gonna let you know as soon as I get them. Because as soon as I get them, I will see if I'm going to lose this little extra hump that I have over here, muffin tops, right? So that is what we're doing for Bella Grace. And of course, my sister, there's a conference coming up. My sister is a speaker on that one as well as a researcher, and we cannot wait to have you. Speaking of that, this is our conference. Yay! Hi, sister. She wasn't ready for that one. This one is our conference. These are all 6 possible certificates of attendance because there are 6 different topics. And I wouldn't claim we are solving the world's greatest problems, but I could actually claim that we are definitely trying to help the world, starting, of course, here in America, because that's where we are. To have our audience all over globally. I'm inviting you all to come and join us because, okay, we actually, like, if you think about it, and you can scan that registration, it goes to my website, and the website will have a registration, and it is a free event, guys. And most people are like, oh, free events, no value. We have a lot of value. The reason, because we're going to be talking about an existing problem, not a theory, not, oh, I thought about it. No, it's an existing problem. People already have well researched what we're talking about, yet we continuously, okay, suffer some of these things that are happening today. We are not claiming to solve all the problems, but at least we're trying to solve 6 poignant problems. And it's going to be backed by research. It's not what we think or what we thought. It is backed by research. So that's what we're doing. And we're hoping that these anthologies, technically, if you want to put it together for an academic publishing, is going to be on 61 different countries and 120 plus universities, and we can convert it in 6 different languages. It is not easy. Sister Susanna will tell you, it is not an easy feat. For me, it's quite easy because I've done it for not just, this is my 2nd academic publishing, but I've done academic publishing in committees and writing. So it's easy for me because I'm very structured, and I'm definitely stretching her right now because she's not the writer that structure things, but this will help her. And also by helping her, she's able to help you as an organizational leader and thought leaders on belonging and productivity. So this will be some fun, creative juices that we're trying to do. So the next one I want to talk about is this one, our recent anthology, right? Because that's what we're going to be talking about today's another author's call. So this one, this is our 5th one. That's why I said always so far. What we have done with our anthologies is that we hit #1 international bestseller. And a lot of people, what's the difference between a bestseller, a #1 bestseller, a bestseller, or a #1 international bestseller, right? Because if you think about it, it's very like a technicality thing. A bestseller is literally when people buy some things from your book and it hits on Amazon as a bestseller. My Mike to Millions actually hit bestseller. I didn't even know about it. So Sana literally showed me. Okay, so let's just think about that. Because I was not even thinking about my book at that time because it was going with Rebel with a Cause. The second one is international bestseller. That means that you hit two #1s in 2 different countries. To be a #1 international bestseller, you have to have 3 or more countries that you hit #1 in sales. So that is the reason why there are technicalities on bestsellers. So most people think, oh, it's just the same. It isn't. So that's like your bragging rights when you become an author for us, right? But literally, it's about impact and legacy. And I know there's so many people that you can go do anthologies with, but I guarantee you, with my life, their anthologies is marketed differently than ours, right? Because we have an in-house marketing that we do it with. So that is where it's going to be. So I just want to show you, these are the 6 amazing people, including myself. 5 of my brothers and sisters are what? Scholars for Change, 6 problems, 6 solutions. They are actually coming back, guys, on the 24th. Not this upcoming Thursday, but next week, not this coming week, but the week after, and the 24th, they will be coming in. And we talked last week about our problems, and then we're going to talk about our solutions. We're going to pick one solution. We obviously have maybe two or three, but we're going to pick one solution that we think is appropriate to talk about so that we can invite you on the 28th and the 29th to register. Okay. So, but let's talk about here's how you can register. Possible certificates, right? Network for possible collaborations. And then I was thinking maybe even do a summit where we exchange workshops and things like that. But a rolling ongoing summit quarterly. So that might be something that I'm thinking about. So if you are a speaker out there to do that, I'm thinking of hooking it up with the 50 inspirational leaders. Instead of LinkedIn, I'm actually doing 50 inspirational leaders, period, not just on LinkedIn, but maybe on Instagram, maybe on TikTok, whoever is coming, right? Who is a leader? I'm opening it to all platforms, not just on LinkedIn. This is my third iteration. And for those jelly people, just join the group. Stop complaining. Just be kind, be compassionate, lose your ego. For real. It's not about you or me. It's about the people that we're highlighting who might have the solutions to our problems that you just don't know because you're busy dragging people down. So let's not do that. But tonight, this is what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to keep it there for about 60 seconds or maybe 30 because it's a heart opening invitation to share your soul, literally, to honor your journey and to inspire the world through gratitude, right? I've seen it. So some have seen it where we talked about to our authors and sometimes it takes them like literally a year to say yes. And you don't feel bad that you're not saying yes to us. Actually, it's not about us. We're always here. You're saying yes to yourself if you think about it. We're not putting any pressure on your head saying you have to do it. No, you don't have to do anything. It's a choice. But when you feel the movement, the heart, the space, the energy, that's when you need to jump in. If it calls out for you, then we want you to join. What if one heartfelt story could shift someone's life? What if that story was yours? Right? I know my story and my student's story stopped someone from killing themselves and their son. That's one story. And that's one person who told me about that. So a grateful, a heart wide open. Here we're healing the triumph. Thankfulness collide into something unforgettable. Those are both of our emails. That actually is Susanna Dawn's, my sister's website where you can actually get more information about the writing projects that we're doing together. And so please come and join us. Come and see what we have to offer. I'm going to put the link right now also on here on our chat, on the live chat in YouTube. So you can actually come, okay? Because we want to invite you to come in. If you are a Hounds of Business community, I'm looking for 3 ambassadors to actually join me to do a networking event, 3 to 4 ambassadors, because we want to do networking twice a month, not just once a month. We're going to do it twice a month. I don't know if I can do it once a week. That's why I said twice a month, because I want to do it every other week because we have a lot of amazing people in the Hounds of Business community. And if you're not in it yet, go ahead and let me know, and I'll be happy to introduce you to our redneck connector. Hey guys, I'm not being racist, okay? He calls himself that. But one of my students like, Dr. Leland, isn't that racist to call someone a redneck? I was like, listen, that's how he labels himself. Don't shoot the messenger. Okay, so that's how I connect with that. But let's go ahead and talk about this, and I'm going to bring in my sister because she's the one who actually is heading and spearheading this project. Ready? Ta-da! Unmute yourself, sis.
Okay.
How are you doing today? I know it's been a week, right? Like, what the heck? You've been gone for a week. What's happening? I know you wanted to stay. I know you do.
Oh, I definitely wanted to stay. There was no desire to rush back here.
Yeah. I saw your face. You were so sad, and I didn't want to cry because I was like, okay, she's never going to leave if you cry, CJ. Don't do it.
The plane tickets were already bought. Wasn't any choice. I was going to cry too.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna do it. She's gonna come back. Don't worry. We have an October gala. You're gonna be here.
We need to come up with reasons more often than that.
Well, actually, I was thinking of opening a table on July 4th as a sponsor of like the whole. I think it's like $500 or something like that to sponsor a whole. And then you have to have a giveaway to whoever wins that whole. I was thinking, okay, well, if we're doing it in July, I can give away my magazine slots for the sponsors and an interview for the podcast, like a $500 give back as well. So literally, I'm be giving like 1,000 for confronting domestic violence, which is fine.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna ask in return that we can sell our books,
Yeah.
right? So I'm thinking even right now, like buying a tablecloth, a canopy that has level up everywhere in it. I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be amazing. So I was like, oh, sisters, you gotta come in July. Like, all everybody. I'm gonna ask Harsha and Jacqueline to come in too because it is in July, right? And they're in San Diego, unless they moved and I didn't know about it. So that would be something to do in July, and then another one in August, and then another one in June for Las Vegas. Like, and I'm hoping I could go. I don't remember when Shonda told me for the event for hers. I think it's 16th and to the 18th or something like that. I swear Shonda told me. But I'm not very good at keeping dates, aren't I? I know she did tell me. Shonda, if you're here, if you're watching, Danielle, let me know exactly that date because I don't remember. I gotta look up because Loris is also having and I already committed to that because that's my work. But I would love to have. I have a lot of activities this year, basically, and I want to drag all my sisters to these activities for sure. All right, so let's talk about a heart wide open sister.
Yes. It's it's kind of interesting how this one came about. I mean, every one of our books has a story of how it shows up, how it comes into being, all the way from the very beginning. And for this one, um, I had just had I just had that conversation with Loris, and so it was just a feeling of gratitude because it was through you that I got that conversation. And so my first thought was attitude of gratitude, and I'm trying to think of what the rest of it is. But then as we talked last weekend, the best part was when we got done with the show, we talked about it, and within 5 minutes, we'd had everything done. It was ready to go. You had the cover design, and you're like, so how's this? And I'm like, oh, that's done. I'm looking at that cover. It's like, yeah, that's me. That's done.
Yeah. If we have enough people here on YouTube tonight, we would love to give away a chapter for free for you guys to write. Literally, we're giving away $1,000 back to you. 510 really for the anthology, and then the rest are it's actually more than that, but the rest are I'm trying to do conservative give, but the rest of that is marketing. And so, just like eggs is going pricing up, we're also pricing up, but our anthology notice is staying the same, right? So, if you guys are watching this right now live, stay in towards the end because we're going to give away a raffle for you to come in for free to write with us. So, stay in. All right, sister, let's talk about why exactly you're because for us it's all about energy and alignment, and I know that you talked about like, hey, I got an interview because of you and my heart was grateful, and then I'm like, well, no, how about this, and I literally argued about it like, no, I'm grateful first, that's why I gave you that, and then you're like, okay, so I'm grateful for you because you give me that, like, well, the reason that you give me that's because I mean, like, we were arguing who was grateful. That was a good argument though if you think about it.
Because we can keep going backwards through time with the gratitude. When you think about everything that we've done, everything, it quite frankly, it was a whole new way of looking at gratitude. And because normally gratitude is somebody does something for you, and you're grateful for it. Yet when we start going through that little exercise, it's like, well, yeah, you may be grateful for this, but I was grateful for that before this. But then I was grateful for that other thing before you were grateful for that before. And it's like, okay, we got to the point where it's like, where are we at? The chicken or the egg?
Either way, oh my God, thank you guys for being here. Stay in, stay tuned, keep commenting on YouTube because your comments on YouTube actually is your entrance ticket,
And
towards the raffle. So keep busy on that on
and
that YouTube because that's how the raffle works here.
I dropped I dropped the YouTube link in the LinkedIn. So for
Okay.
those who are in LinkedIn, just go up towards the top of everything, find where I dropped the link for CJ's YouTube,
Yeah.
and you can come over to the YouTube side and join the comments and see what happens.
Yeah. So let's talk about what the author's goal is all about, okay? So if your heart has a story, and I know you've got stories, people,
Oh,
but
yes.
this one is shaped by gratitude, by growth and grit. This is your invitation, right? We're calling literally all soul hearted storytellers to step forward, not with perfect words, but with powerful truths, because every chapter you've lived could be a light for someone else. You too actually have your own chapter in your life. You're just not structuring it that way, which I do. Like, but if you're feeling the nudge, like, oh my God, I'm curious, I want to do it, this is your moment. Gratitude is more than a feeling, guys, it's a legacy. And your words might be the legacy someone else needs to read. Because if you've ever thought, I'm not a writer, but I've lived something worth sharing,
Mhm.
then you're exactly who we want, right? So you can write with us one chapter, one truth, one ripple of impact that could inspire thousands. April talks about ripple effect all the time, right? So
Yep.
this is not about perfection. It's about the power of your story. It's the power of a grateful heart, the power of being seen, and the power of sharing your truth. Because you can write a letter to your younger self, maybe a journal style entry, a message to the world, or personal journey. However your story flows, it's welcome, right? Are you welcoming like what Paulette did, like a poem, or like straight up 3,000 word statements?
Well, we're in that 2 to 3,000 word range, and it's still got variety. I mean, that's part of the fun of this is that the creativity. What is it going to be from others? Because number one, everybody is working with us. So there's nobody else involved. It's just you and me. And we know how to work with authors and help them make these chapters the best that they can. Because we go fast. We're not going, I mean, we're going for as much perfection as we can, but we're not sitting there spinning our wheels to make it more and more and more and more perfect.
Mm. Yeah.
We get to where it gets out because, quite frankly, sometimes perfect is not perfect. Perfect is actually can be a turnoff.
Yeah, because then you get stuck. So I think what we're trying to say is that we're perfectly imperfect. It's okay.
Exactly.
Um, Rebel with a cause. I actually got, I think the table of contents was not matching the page numbers. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? I mean, no one told me. So then I fixed it, right? So it's not perfect like that. You're not looking for perfection, but you're looking for the effort and the people who are in it, right?
Mhm.
They're bearing their souls literally. Now, whoever is here in the audience, I actually want to know one incident or one time that you guys were grateful for. Like, what's the one thing that you were grateful for from another person? I'm grateful for Susanna always being there, and her loyalty is one word that I can actually say. Like, we've been tested time and time again, and I think our bond got stronger because of that test, right? Like, it
Yep.
didn't just happen overnight. it actually got tested. It's been what, 2 years now, sister?
It's been just over 2 years.
Yeah. So our friendship literally got tested last year, January, all the way to April. That drama dragged for a while, but it's still dragging apparently. I'm just not aware else. But I don't really focus on that. I'm more
Yep.
grateful. I look, put it this way, guys. Everything in your life right now has left and right, just like you have left brain and right brain. There's always something to complain about, and there's always something to be grateful about. But if you think about it, if you're functioning between 5 to 10%, I think some of us are functioning at 2%. I swear when I see them drive here, especially in San Diego. But if only, let's just say that our brain's functioning at 10% capacity, that means 90% is your subconscious level. So if you're operating on a negative thought and a negative journey, your conscious level, do you think is going to be affected and consumed by positivity? Of course not. There's always something to complain about. Believe me, I have a lot to complain about. But what we're trying to do is switch your script in your life and mindset to, hey, why don't you write something that you're grateful for, right? We're trying to kind of mold your brain a little bit into something positive. What are you grateful for? You're breathing. You got two hands. You have eyes that can see. You have mouth that can talk, right? You know there are people who can't talk out there. People who can't hear out there. People don't have full fingers, right? You got legs. People don't have legs sometimes, right? Or maybe if they have those limbs, it's not functioning well. You should be grateful that you have all your senses and everything else. Maybe it's not perfect because let me tell you, left ear is not working. Although my husband and my kids said it's selective hearing, but I don't know. I mean, you tell me. Like, I can't hear you. They're like, Mom, selective hearing. You totally can hear. I'm like, no, I can't. No, I can't. What? What? That could be it. But be grateful for those things that we call basic. We forget. When you get sick, really sick in the hospital, that's when you realize, holy moly, I really took advantage of that and not grateful. I want you guys to go in your deathbed and welcome, like, I'm not wanting anything or I'm not wishing for anything that I never done, right? There are things I hope that I can still do before I cross that rainbow bridge. I want to travel more, right? I want to see more. Like, I miss traveling. I used to travel a lot when I was younger, but now, kids, family, kind of get stuck for a while. But Bella is going to be a senior, so I want to travel more, right? How about you, sister? What are you grateful for? I want to know.
I'm it's kind of like what first connected us. I'm grateful for everything that's happened up to this point because it's what made me who I am now. I wouldn't go back and change anything, no matter how painful it was. The butterfly effect. It's not worth going back. So I kind of start with that I went through what I had to get to where I'm at now. And then the people that I've met, because I've definitely had my share of roller coasters, especially the last few years, and I don't know where I would be without you, sis.
Hmm. It was meant to be. I think God gives us angels we can't see, but we can feel,
Hmm.
and also angels in the physical form. But
Yep.
I think if we didn't have a grateful heart, we would lose that opportunity because
Yeah.
there was a pivoting moment between our friendship last year. And I've never, like, I know I'm an only child, I can be selfish, but I've never asked someone, I'm not that type, I'm not the needy type like that, like, you have to be with me, that's it. I'm not, I don't do that, but I did say that to you.
Hmm. But it was, quite frankly, it was easy for me because I knew where my connection was. I
Yeah.
knew where I was the safest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, people really do see what your heart is. And what's amazing is that what we have it online bleed to real life. And I'm so grateful for meeting April. Like, I wish you could meet April. Like, April is amazing. Her energy, her calmness is consistent online and outside of, online, like in real life. So I was really grateful for that. Lisa, grateful to have met you. Aw, thank you, Lisa. I see you everywhere and I see what you're doing, and I'm so grateful that you are doing that because it's one of those world's problems that people don't talk about. It's a taboo. Literally, I before this show, let's see, 6 times I had to there's this thing like reflection of like having a young heart or whatever, even though you're an oldie or whatever. I was like, approaching 50 is scary to me. Like, I keep talking about it because I feel like my husband said, when you turn 50, this happens. Like, it's a key, but watch your life like going slow-mo, and it takes you years to open that door of the key, like just trying to get in. That's how I feel my late 40s has been. But instead of like looking forward to the 50, what if I don't make it to 50? No one's guaranteed, right? So I just have to live my life today. And we have so many societal rules, literally societal rules, like, oh, if you're this age, you have to properly wear this clothes. If you work for this as a professor or teacher, you have to do this hair and this clothes. If you are working full time, that's all you're going to be doing is working full time. You can't have anything outside, right? I mean, even though COVID killed so many people and it's a horrible, horrible time in our history that I'm living, I'm grateful for having the opportunity to work at home. I'm grateful for the people that I've met because if I worked full time and I didn't have a side hustle like social media or even anthology, then I wouldn't have met all of these amazing people,
Mhm.
right? So I'm grateful for COVID because that really opened up a lot for me and I'm sure for other people, right? I love gratefulness, but also even when you are sick, and I don't even think about it. Like, this is my migraine medicine. I'm drinking actually right now that my husband bought. It's working. It's because it's more natural than medicine. I have medicine that I take, and I get hives everywhere in my body. It's not funny. It's itchy. I'm bloated. My lips one time got so big, and Bella's like, "Mom, is that Bella Grace?" Like, literally. Bella's my daughter, guys. And she's 17. She's like, oh, did my lips can do that? So I gave her my Bella Grace. She's like, my lips doesn't get that big. I'm like, girl, that's allergy. Because my chin was like really hard. I'm like, oh my God, my face is so puffy. It's because I have allergy. My face changes literally. It gets really puffy because my allergy kicks in. So this right here is helping me not take my medicine from pharma literally because this is more of vitamins and things like that for my migraine. So that's what I'm drinking right now. But I'm grateful when I don't have migraines. I'm grateful when I can enjoy my puppies. I'm grateful for, even though my bird is really annoying, she bites. I'm grateful for her because when I look at her, her spiciness, her color really represents her attitude. She's spicy, she's moody, and I've also learned that they never asked to be captured. They're wild animals. So that's your dummy fault for catching them and dealing with them, right? So I think a lot of us like wants everything wrapped in a bow. We want things right now, but you should be grateful for the things that are slowed down in your life, right?
Mhm.
That's what I don't even know. Do you know what you're going to write about, sister? I don't know what I'm going to write about.
No, not yet. It's so wide open. There's so many different things I can pick from, and that's the best part about it with the authors too. Is they don't have to come into this with a clear idea of what they're going to write about. I, the majority of authors don't have that clear idea. They just sometimes they get the spark when we have that first meeting. Sometimes it's just having a conversation with them and suddenly they know what they want to write about because we've through the conversation we've jogged a memory or something.
Grateful for the challenges in life. This is growth. Yeah. So here's a list that I've worked with on what you might be grateful for if you're thinking of writing the anthology with us. The courage to begin again. Each time life asks you to change, to pivot, could be a divorce, it could be nesting where your kids are out of the house. Some parents lose themselves because they don't know what to do. I have a lot to do, so I think I'll be okay. um, the people who saw your light even when you felt dim. That should be something you're grateful for. The painful lessons that taught you your strength, worth, and power. Sometimes, guys, it's like when people say what is that animal? It's a bird, right? That like gets burnt and then burned from the ashes.
Phoenix.
Like, yeah, it's
Phoenix.
like that. When you're going through so much adversity and you're so low in your life, you actually is the time to actually pay attention, close anything, and just pay attention on what you're learning, right? Because through that pain, your strength will be tested. You will be tested as a person on what you really are capable for, right? The platform you've built that helps others rise, heal, and be seen. That's something that might be grateful for. If I didn't become an entrepreneur, I wouldn't have all of these. Honestly, it's because of my students who pushed me to my limits, literally. Dr. Leland, just open a business. I can give you students. I was like, no, I am a dean. I have too much students. I have like 1,200 I'm trying to figure out, plus 100 employees over here. And I'm like, I can't, instead of saying I can't, I'm like, okay, I will try. I will try. And I did. And that's how it opened up, right? Your voice. Sometimes you're silenced, but now you're amplified with a purpose. That should be something you're grateful for.
Mhm.
The community that believed in your vision before the world caught on. Hounds of business, level up, right? The stories entrusted to you by others, proof of divine timing and connection, right? If something that you can't explain, but it's there, there's divine proof that someone's watching your back. The growth that came from betrayal, heartbreak, or failure. We have some of those. I'm grateful for those two, by the way. I am, because I learned to
Right.
create boundaries. I did. Because of that failed friendship, I learned to create boundaries, right? Your resilience, the silent victories no one clapped for, but mattered the most, right? When you're crying alone at night, it's between you and God, and everything that you've felt, and even the ones that doesn't come out of your mouth, but it's in your heart and it's in your mind, but it doesn't come out. God knows about those things,
Yep.
right? The opportunity to create, to write, to teach, to elevate others, I'm grateful for. Bella literally told me today, I think, Mom, your passion is definitely teaching. I can see that now. I'm like, oh, wow, it only took you 14 years of watching me. Like, what's happening here? And because we talked about the days when I taught them math and I taught them. She's like, how do you know that we actually would be okay and so confident that would be okay in school? Because my kids were ahead. And I said, because I got you tested to check myself. I locked my ego up and said, oh, I can teach kids. My kids anyway. I locked my ego up and I had you tested when you were little, and I paid money, private testing, and you guys were at genius level. So I was like, okay, I'm doing something right. And you know what I mean? Like, because I have that imposter syndrome. I know my kids are able, but sometimes when you're a parent, or even if you're a friend, you tend to be loyal to yours, right? So you think that anybody else was saying negative otherwise is just a fool. But at the end of the day, you're the fool for actually not listening on what's truth. So I had to check myself by having third party check my kids. And I already know. And I always told her too, I said, I have more patience when I'm teaching than when I'm not. And I wish that I could inject that patience on my daily to day life, because I don't think sometimes I have enough patience for people, period. Um, and I think it's coming from a place of hurt and betrayal, right? So I'm trying to heal that. But when I switch my brain to teaching mode, which I feel like I'm always on teaching mode, I don't know what it is. But sometimes it could also come off to people as condescending or like, oh, you think I don't know better, right? So I tried not to. But in my heart of hearts, I love experiential learning, meaning teaching, but learning from you so I can do better. right? So those are some of the opportunities that you guys can think about writing. Because today I'm grateful for the stories I once wanted to forget, a memoir, because they became the reason others found hope. I'm grateful for the no's that led me to yeses, because rejections redirected me to my purpose. I'm grateful for every person who have poured belief into me when I was running on empty. I'm grateful for the gift of storytelling and for every authors who have brave enough to join us for the last year. 72 stories last year, not including my magazine, right? To put their heart on a page, literally. What about you, sister? What are some of the lists that you have that people could write on stories?
Uh, it can be a time at work where somebody did something that basically allowed you to do a shift that and especially when you don't expect it, to a compliment or a thought or an idea, and suddenly it's kind of created a shift in everything you're doing, but you realize it's the right thing and you get grateful for it. It's experiences where maybe there's something that you've always wanted to do, whether it's a concert, a ball game, going to a museum, whatever, and somebody just sees you and says, "Hey, I'm going to this place. You want to come with?" And the next thing you know, that thing you wanted to do, you've now done it. Going out there and writing a book. And sometimes it doesn't matter what ultimately happens with it. For some people, the joy is and the gratitude is just writing the book and publishing it. They're not focused on trying to turn it into a million bestseller type of situation. They had a story to tell. They wanted to get out in the world and just think, hey, the right person will get it. And then they will probably get that message from that one person who's like, thank you so much for writing this book.
Hi, Charles. Welcome. It's been a hot minute. How is Hong Kong? I almost said Hong Kong. I went Chinese on you a little bit. A little bit. How's everything in there? It's been a hot minute since I have spoken to you. We're actually giving away $1,000 worth of writing an anthology with us tonight, including media and, of course, writing in a book with us. So, yeah, here's an example that you guys can also write about. A moment, this is like the thing that I was thinking of, like a moment that changed everything. The day I choose myself for the first time. People pleasers, hello? Like,
Uh-huh.
we just give and give and give. I know Susanna, this is probably for Susanna. The day I choose myself for the first time. How about when a breakdown led to my breakthrough? Right? How losing it all gave me back what mattered most. Think about those people who lost their homes in LA from the fire. Losing it all, but gave back what matters most. Here's another one, a lesson on gratitude. It says, thank you, failure. You taught me more success than ever did. A little sass in there. How about like a letter to the storm that built me? Sometimes we talked about our environments, our parents or whatever, right? That
Mhm.
make us sometimes a little bit bitter, but really, you should be grateful for the lessons.
Right.
I didn't know I had everything until I had nothing. Hey, I'm just saying, right? How about this? Letting go to rise higher. Walking away was the most loving thing I ever did for them and for me. Because when you're in an environment that you hate and you detest, you're not a good person at that moment, because everything that comes out from your mouth and your brain and everything else and your actions, even the nonverbal ones, is like, ugh, ick.
Yeah.
Cutting ties with comfort zones and toxic patterns. I know April can teach me about this. What I gain when I release who I thought I had to be. That is something for me, for sure. For everyone, really. How about honoring the people who shaped us, right? To the teacher who saw me when no one else did. A tribute to your family, to a friend who showed up with silence and strength. For Danielle and I, it's you, right? You literally are silent, but your presence is big. To my mother, who gave me the roots and wings. To my grandmother, who taught me everything about people and about life. To my grandfather, who taught me how to fight since I was 5. It's brutal, but that's gave me confidence. I'm like, okay, mess around with the 5 foot, see what happens. Let's see what happens. The power of forgiveness. This is something personal. I forgave them, but more importantly, I forgave myself. Right? How I made peace with my past without needing closure. Because sometimes, guys, we have the need to, what happened? I need to know. You don't. You don't. Letting go of bitterness to make room for joy. Because when you're so bitter, you're never going to achieve joy in your life. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore.
I've been waiting for you to break out into that song.
I know it's been a while. Rediscovering yourself. I feel like I'm on this journey right now, like who I became when I finally listened to my own voice. We love to give people ideas. We love to tell people what to do. But when we try to do what we told others to do, oh, it's hard. So maybe you should finally listen to your own voice. Rewriting the narrative that I was given. You're this, you're this, you're this, you're this, therefore you can't, you can't, you can't. Really? For you, maybe. The day I
Exactly.
stopped surviving and started living, right? Purpose after pain, turning grief into a guiding light. I'm going through that right now. My mom's really having a hard time, guys, so please keep praying for me. My healing journey from invisible wounds. When I use my story to empower else or someone else, everything changed because it's not about me, it's about others. Now, if you have faith and trust and divine timing, guys, I didn't get what I wanted, but I received exactly what I needed. How divine detours led me to my calling. Yeah, actually. Yes. The signs I followed, even when they didn't even make sense at that time. You're like, why am I doing this? I don't know. I'm just doing it. That moment, yeah, you can write about that. Or how a stranger's kindness saved you. My child became my greatest teacher. Yes, Bella. The one conversation that restored my faith in humanity, kindness. I was tested also recently, especially during this time that I'm writing this book, that people can't figure out why I'm giving it for free. Somehow they feel like I have ulterior motives, that I'm trying to become a millionaire by selling their story. No offense, but your story is unique to you, but it's not unique to the world. Does that make sense? Like every experiences that we have is uniquely ours because we went through it. But the theme of your story, my story, is not unique to the world. Everybody, one point or another, has gone through same adversity that you have, but not exactly the same journey.
No.
Right? So for you to question my integrity, that means you don't know my heart yet. That means you don't belong and level up. I'm sorry. I don't have to make provisions or, hurting your feelings. You hurt mine to even question that. So I was like, bye. See ya. Don't let the door hit you. I'm dancing over here like a dancing queen. How journaling brought me back to myself. Some people journal everything that happened to their life, and then they reflect and they're like, okay, now I'm grateful for what I've done. I've gone through all this. The words I couldn't say out loud found their page. How writing helped me process grief, rage, and of course, joy. Sister, loop us in and kind of end us before we do the raffle on why people should write about grateful, a heart wide open.
It's for them. Many times, and we've seen it with authors that have written with us. They're putting their story out there, but it really turns out to be, it was for them. It was for them to get through something that had been holding them back, get through something that they had some struggles with. And the other thing is, when we work with authors, there's a certain point where we just have to say, okay, thank you for sharing this, because I know how important it was to say that. Now let's pull back a little bit and not quite say that, because we can't quite publish those words. And that's the other thing too. Working with us, we're there to help them make everything better. And
Yeah.
that's the most important thing for us, is that their story comes to life, because somebody out there needs to hear it. And sometimes it's the author needs to write it first.
Yeah. It's healing journey for them too. I often,
Yep.
for us, when we do the Zooms and stuff, it's a healing journey for people to go through. All right, sister, are you ready? Who's gonna win tonight? I don't
I don't
know.
know.
Okay, ready, guys? Okay, here it goes. Let's see who's winning tonight. Wait, hold on. CJ, where are you with the music? Where's my music?
That's a lie.
Level up, it's time to rise, unlock your potential, reach for the skies, transform pain to purpose, find clarity and stride. With Dr. Leyland leading, we stand side by side. Collaboration fuels us, together we thrive at Level Up Academy. Your dreams come alive.
Woo! That's always my favorite. That gives me the high of life. April, congrats!
April's back.
Yeah!
In the month of April.
Sister, we have more stories to write, sister.
Oh,
We're
we
just
do.
waiting for you. You gotta dance. April, you gotta dance. Yeah. As we are gonna do this every Sunday, guys. So if you guys want to invite friends over, every Sunday we will be doing it. We're giving away free writing to everyone who comes. So make sure you come in on Sunday, the same time. We do it every 7 p.m. PST, so right about that time. And April, start writing your gratitude gratitude journal, opening this up right now. But honestly, it's 3,000 words, and we couldn't be happier. Well, congratulations, right? And did you have the date on the first Zoom yet?
I think it's the 3rd.
It's gonna be May. We end
That
this opportunity for writing with us. We end it on the 30th. Well, actually, no. We end it on May 3rd. This opportunity ends May 3rd to write with us in our anthology, and then the 4th. No, May 2nd we end it on Friday, and then May 3rd is when we have our first Zoom. Okay.
Yep.
And then we'll figure out the dates and things like that. But congratulations. See you guys on Tuesday for Susanna's Moving Beyond Boxes. And for me on Wednesday, I have 2 shows, one 9 a.m. PST for Level Up, and then 4 p.m. with the Hounds of Business community with amazing people from Red Pill and obviously Mike. I'm taking over his show, literally. We'll see how that goes, because Mike literally will take over anything anyway. So we'll be like brothers and sisters, like, be quiet, it's my turn. It's gonna be that kind of show. So hopefully we'll see you guys on that. And then on Wednesday, I will have Troy Carnes And then Thursday it'll be a secret. I don't know if I'm lecturing yet. We'll see, because I actually want to teach AI for beginners, and maybe I'll introduce you a little bit on that. I don't know yet. We'll see how that goes. I can move things around and move people around. And then Friday is the Thursday's another TV, and then Friday is our podcast, and then Sunday is our TV show. So we're pretty much here almost every day, guys, for you. Okay. Thank you
Yep.
guys so much. Have a nice evening. Bye, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
See ya.